Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into China's incredible tech and AI revolution. We've got a comprehensive analysis here, and our mission is really to understand the drivers, the impacts, how China went from its post-1949 state to the tech powerhouse it is now.
It's quite a journey. And you have to start right back then. 1949, China was, well, very poor, largely agrarian, coming out of years of conflict.
Right. So the initial focus for the CCP was, understandably, national unity, sovereignty.
Exactly. And tied to that was this push for rapid industrialization. The idea was to lift living standards, and they looked heavily towards the Soviet model, central planning.
That first five-year plan, 53 to 57, that really exemplifies it, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. All focused on heavy industry power plants, steel production, mining, machinery. It was about socialist transformation, with quite a bit of Soviet help, actually. Mao saw a strong economy as essential for global standing.
And that meant some big shifts early on, like land reform.
Yes. First, land redistribution to peasants, but then quickly followed by agricultural collectivization. And nationalizing key industries was crucial for that centralized approach.
Okay, so those foundational economic policies kind of set the stage for what came much later, especially in areas like, well, artificial intelligence.
Precisely. Which brings us to today, or closer to it. China's ambition in AI is, frankly, huge. They're aiming to be the world leader by 2030.
Driven by big plans like the Next Generation AI Development Plan and Made in China 2025.
And the progress is, well, visible. Take large language models, LLMs, over 200 developed by this year, apparently.
Wow, over 200.
Yeah. And you hear reports like DeepSeek's V3 maybe matching something like ChatGPT 4.0 performance, but trained for, a fraction of the cost, something like $5.5 million.
That's incredibly efficient. And it's not just theory, right? It's being applied.
Definitely. Optimizing manufacturing, like down in Shenzhen, AI supporting drug research, autonomous driving robotaxis, supposedly coming to maybe 65 cities by 2025.
The scale is just hard to grasp sometimes.
Sure.
And the patents.
Yeah, the 2025 AI Index report suggested China holds something like 70% of global AI patents. Now, granted, most are domestic filings, only about 7.3% international.
Interesting distinction.
And the grant ratio was around 32% in 2024, so massive volume, focused internally for now, it seems.
Okay, let's switch gears slightly. Telecommunications. We hear a lot about 6G.
Yes, another huge ambition, aiming for commercialization around 2030. And they're talking about integrating everything terrestrial, space, aerial, maritime systems.
That's comprehensive.
It is. And they're already leading in 6G patent applications, holding over 40% globally. They even did a field test just recently, July 2024, combining 6G comms and AI.
And that's built on a massive 5G network already, right?
A huge foundation, over 4.19 million 5G base stations by late 2024. That infrastructure is key.
Which feeds into their advanced manufacturing goals, moving beyond just being the world's factory.
Exactly what Made in China 2025 is about. Shifting to innovation. You see it in robotics companies like Unitree, mass-producing humanoid robots, robo-dogs with generative AI, often at lower cost.
And, of course, EVs. They're dominant.
They're leading the market, yeah. Over 12 million units in 2024, 10th year running, plus leadership in solar panel production. It's quite the portfolio.
And a big push on smart manufacturing.
A huge push. The plan is for over 500 demonstration plants in 2025 alone, integrating AI and advanced tech across the board.
So recapping these policies, Made in China 2025 targets leadership in 10 high-tech sectors, aiming for, 70% domestic content by 2025?
That's the goal, though it has caused some international friction, concerns about, tech transfer and market access.
And then there's the AI Plus initiative.
Right, basically integrating AI everywhere. Across all sectors, big focus on using those large AI models, smart devices, smart manufacturing, kind of AI plus everything.
And in telecoms, it's upgrading 5G, pushing hard on 6G R&D, aiming for basic data infrastructure completion by 2029, plus funding for biomanufacturing, quantum embodied AI.
It's a multi-pronged, state-directed effort. The scale and the speed are really something else.
Okay, so wrapping this up and thinking about everything we've touched on, the sheer scale, the ambition, the global responses. For you, the listener, what single area, maybe AI, maybe 6G, advanced manufacturing, or even the policies themselves, do you think might have the most profound, perhaps unexpected impact on your world over the next decade? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.